This is the worst prison I've ever been in, whether it's in Nigeria or in Angola or anywhere. This is the worst kind of place you can keep anyone.
South Africa is a tourist attraction for many people from around the world. But for those staying here, it can sometimes be a living nightmare. The country has one of the highest crime rates in the world, and it's only getting worse. In one of our previous videos, we covered one of the most dangerous prisons in South Africa, Pollsmoor. But in this video, we are going to cover a prison with the most dangerous prisoners, and that is eBongweni Super Maximum Security Prison. So Pollsmoor is the most dangerous prison, but eBongweni has the most dangerous prisoners. Let me explain what we mean. Pollsmoor is considered the most dangerous prison in the country because it houses a large number of hardened inmates who are able to live, talk, and develop bonds with one another. Many of these inmates form parts of the Numbers Gang and are able to control the cells, smuggle resources, and bribe officers because of their influence and reputation, which makes Pollsmoor extremely dangerous, especially for non-gang members. In fact, one of the main problems is overcrowding, and that's because so many criminals come in with 1 or 2 year sentences but end up receiving more years for committing crimes inside prison to join the gang in order to survive. So now let's get into what we mean by eBongweni having the most dangerous prisoners. eBongweni is known for housing the most dangerous of dangerous criminals in South Africa. It is believed that these people exhibit constant disruptive behavior in society and are regarded as extremely dangerous and violent. However, there have been some reports of prisoners also being transferred here solely for punishment purposes due to the harsh conditions. And despite international prescripts and South Africa's own laws and policies, mentally ill people are kept here as well to restrain them completely. Even though these prisoners may be more dangerous than those in Pollsmoor, they are not able to form bonds and develop gangs that would give them any sort of power or support for that matter. Which is why we consider Pollsmoor the most dangerous prison, because there are so many criminals in one place, but eBongweni has the most dangerous prisoners individually, hence why they stay in the most secure prison. What makes eBongweni prison so secure? To start off with, the prison cells are completely underground. Many prisoners claim that the only time they will be in the sun again is when they are dead. In an ordinary prison, guards have the keys to the cell doors and gates. This is where most of the bribery and corruption happens amongst the inmates and guards. But in eBongweni, it is all electronically operated. One guard will come fetch you from your cell, but another one sitting behind a computer somewhere else is opening that cell door. So it makes it harder for inmates to influence and corrupt the guards. The prison security system involves high-tech control inside and outside of the prison. Inmates are kept in solitary confinement for 23 hours a day, only being able to leave their cells and walk around a small space. Anytime they do leave their cells, they are handcuffed and ankle-chained. eBongweni has a 3-phase system that encourages positive behavior. Phase 1 is the toughest, as inmates have access to almost nothing but their basic human rights. Once their behavior changes, then only are they moved to Phase 2 and 3, where they are granted a few more privileges like family visits and reading material. There have been a number of notorious criminals that have been housed in this prison. For example, Ananias Mate, who was a serial rapist, hijacker, murderer, and robber from Mozambique. He is the only prisoner who has ever tried to escape the Super Maximum prison, but was later tracked down and died in hospital due to injuries he sustained in a confrontation with the police.
He tried to cut the glass, and then he tried to unscrew on the top there, as you can see, but all that was in vain.
Another criminal housed here is the infamous 28 gang leader George Gefelt Thomas. He was arrested with 18 other gang members who faced a total of 166 counts of various crimes. Thomas was responsible for 53 of those counts. He is serving 7 life sentences for 7 murders he has been found guilty of committing. Other notorious criminals include Sibusiso Mzimele and Tomozile Taki, aka the sugarcane murderer. Many question the strategy that this prison uses to try and rehabilitate its prisoners. Some even say the point is not to rehabilitate and reform, but to torture and punish. Do you think these conditions are appropriate for these criminals? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.